Below the Void podcast.
What's the belly fat here, Dr. Ian?
Come on, that's not your full volume.
No, we're recording already.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, we're recording.
What?
Yeah, that's how you start a podcast. You say mic check.
No, it was after mic check. It was right when Mr. B picked up
You
the
said
thing.
mic check and then you hit record.
I got the mic check.
Belly fat burn.
I said it. It in real time showed me the mic levels, and then I hit record.
Guys.
Yeah, what's up?
Bye-bye stress. Jennifer Nettles shares her go-to tension tamers. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know what tames the tension.
I think you're
You know
about
what
to
I'm saying?
tame some tension. over there.
Kettles.
Plus her $8
Tame my tettles.
beauty miracle.
$8 beauty miracle.
Isn't Jennifer Nettles the girl from like Sugarland or something?
Let me see.
I think she's the singer of Sugarland.
You asked that
Sugar
like
water?
any of us would know that.
Sugar water?
Sugar water.
Oh, probably shouldn't move a plastic bag right next to the mic. I apologize.
It's fine. It's just the mic check.
Let the
Oh,
the
Yeah, it's
record
not like
show.
we're recording.
good. Oh, beer tank, Chris Hockey Band.
Jesus Christ.
What do you think? We're just gonna him and ha our way through an hour-long podcast with no prep?
That doesn't sound like us.
That doesn't sound like something we would ever do.
You guys want to play some Seal songs?
Just the one.
Baby!
That's the
I
one.
was last week. I did last time.
Oh,
That's
You weren't
the
here.
one.
Sorry. You weren't part of our antiquing venture.
I knew.
Got kissed by Rose.
Well, speaking of antiquing, on my Facebook the other day, I got a thing from our old road trip. The basement of that place in Brookings, South Dakota.
Oh, that ain't
Me too, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was a fun little trip we took.
about a shake weight.
Yeah. And then there was that giant stuffed like gorilla sitting in that corner of that one street, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if it was stuffed or if it was like a statue or something.
It was stuffed.
stuffed.
I got a
It's
picture of
stuffing.
it. It's stuffed.
Well, I tried to fuck it. It was definitely.
I did
stuffed.
try to fuck it, yeah.
Anyone need any screens of any kinds? Clean? I got.
Yeah, I mean, you could clear my screen.
Let me see.
you look at it like that.
Yeah, just a little bit slower. Just a little bit slow. We don't want to explode too soon. Shit!
Shouldn't have cleaned it so fast.
Yeah, mine's good. Actually, I'll take it.
Oh, yours is good.
I'll
You
have
could
a
use a
little
good
bit of
clean.
schmutz.
It's still moist.
Yeah, yours is covered with schmutz. You could use a good cleaning.
What are you covered with schmutz?
Say it into the mic.
Don't you fucking tell me my business.
It's still moist. Some ASMR going.
Moist. I think I'd be really good at it.
You done with this?
I think you would too.
You think you'd be good at a lot of things?
No, I think I could. Obviously, I wouldn't yell like that. That's not going to calm anyone down. But if maybe
Do you have
reverse
really
it was
loud
like-
mouth sounds?
Yes.
Oh,
Clarissa, all the time, she makes fun of me when we're eating. She'll look over at me and she'll go, because I chew sometimes.
This is my impression of the first Mr. Beast's first ASMR podcast. Back in the saddle again.
No, I'd go like this. I'd go.
Yeah.
Go to the moist doctor's office. They eat a lot of tangerines.
Tangerines. What about clementines?
Clementines are also good. I like to eat the skin on kiwis. I just do. Don't judge me. I also eat the stems on cherries.
I'm gonna stop you right there because that's freakish. I'm sorry, it just is.
I also eat the shells on peanuts
Yeah, I do that sometimes too. When I'm
and
bitten.
sunflower seeds.
Okay, sunflower
And
sounds
guess
weird.
what?
You're joking.
I've never had my intestines or asshole ripped open by needles
Jesus.
of peanuts.
He said he's never had them ripped
You're
open.
joking, but there's some ASMR freaks out there like, you're fucking close. Talk about your intestines. A little bit more.
That's what I was going for.
I mean,
trying
let's
to
not
just-
use the F word.
I was trying to get him to go like.
Oh, sorry.
I was trying to get him there slow and steady as possible.
I make fun of ASMR a lot, but I use it.
And then-
that shit works.
Yeah.
And then I was
Not mouth sounds, though. Mouth sounds make me want to die. But
It's like reverse.
And then
Yeah.
when they're getting close, I was just gonna drop the word pachuchka.
Okay,
And that's gonna
the ASMR section is done. I need to tell you something. Did you listen to the episode that I put up a couple weeks ago?
No, I downloaded it for the numbers. I did not listen.
Okay.
I downloaded it, fast forwarded to the end, so the register thinks I played through it,
Yeah.
played the last 20 seconds, then deleted it.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know
can
what
download it
happened when I was editing, but there was about a 20 or 30-second segment of it where, for some reason, our audio streams crossed over.
Yeah.
So me and Blair were talking about one subject, and you were talking completely over us. And I'm
Well,
wondering.
that just happened.
I was wondering if anyone knew that it was a fuck up, or if they just thought you were talking over us for those 30 seconds. It was really weird. I listened to it. And I'm like, this is either a really like a big fuck up, or
Well,
like
that
an
just gives me,
avant-garde
give me
masterpiece.
ideas for future random times. I'm just going to start doing it. But I want to. Do you remember where the timestamp was, roughly?
It was like 20 minutes in.
wanna find
It had to have been right around where the clip split, where
Clip Split. That was the name of my high school band. Clip Split.
Loving the clip split.
I thought you were.
clip split.
No, what was the band called? The Wake Up with the King band.
Oh,
The Jake Bauer Trio. That's
Jake
right.
Bauer Trio.
The Jake Bauer Trio was your high school band.
I was the lead band member, the Fred Armisen of this talk show, this high school talk show, and the Jake Bauer Trio.
Did you kick a kid out of the band for having a pink bass?
Yes,
Yes.
Wait, what?
I didn't actually kick him out of the band, but I was like, what the fuck? There's no pink basses in the Jake Bauer Trio.
Was that Nick of the Jake Bauer
no.
Trio?
Nick of the Jake Bauer Trio is an All-American.
Right?
No, I don't know. This thing he went to a different high school. But I didn't actually kick him out. But I was like, I like Blink-182 as much as the next guy, but
Which is to say, not that much.
no, I like him. But I
fine.
don't need a pink bass in the Jake Bauer Trio. I mean, we're waking up with the king.
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
we
right.
played a little theme song to start the show, and the two, I was the band leader, so the two guys who were the hosts of the talk show, they really, really stressed. They wanted me to at the end of the intro, as they came in and sat down, and as I introduced them, at the very end of the song, I would go, "Wake up with the king!" And then that's how they suddenly go, "Oh, thanks a lot to Jake Bauer and the Jake Bauer Trio." And then every once in a while they cut over to me for little quips and stuff.
Did you
I was
get
Fred
to,
Armisen.
Did you get to keep any of those, like the tapes and stuff of all the shit you did? in
No,
that
but I
class?
wish they were on YouTube, and they might be, but I don't think they. I don't know who put them on there. I wish we did.
Because I have a little mini DVD tape,
I do, but
I have nothing to play it in, and I just have.
Oh, I do too. So maybe I did give it, but I don't have nothing to.
And I
Maybe
still
I
have
can go to
the-
one of those converter places.
I still have the cassette of all of the the radio.
I have
ads
that.
and music loops and stuff. that
and
did
we
for
also
that
made a
class.
movie for it, and I still have. What was that movie called? I made with Matt Hovey and. For that class, and then we were also going to submit it to the Chatham Park Film Festival, where I played the mad scientists, and you remember it? I was fucking making a robot with like wrapping paper and toilet paper things and duct tape in my hand, and I go finito, and
I do remember that. I don't remember what it was called.
What was it? It was like Doctor something. It was classy. Maybe
Dr.
it was-
Horrible sing along?
No.
Catchy name, Dr. Something Something.
You know what? Fuck you. It was classic. So maybe sometime I'll figure out a YouTube channel. I'll pop it on there, but I don't remember what the name is.
You'll just pop it on. No more ASMR. I see you leaning in. No more.
Anymore?
I'll pop it on.
God damn it. Stop
Hang
it.
on, let me just get Blair off for a second.
No. No. Oh, God. So, there's a story.
What was that?
There's a
That
story.
was
One of those tube things.
That was a nightmare. Oh, the cow tubes? The moo tubes, yeah. I remember
Oh,
those.
the noisy sticks.
Yeah, the noisy
Yeah.
sticks.
Say moo tube.
Sorry, my bad.
That sounds
Same movie.
like a fucking Mario Kart track.
Moo tube.
It's like, oh no, not moo tubes again.
No, you're thinking of Mushu pork.
That's a dish, you idiot.
It's a dish.
Dish.
Okay.
Oh, God damn it.
So last week, or 2 weeks ago, I guess, Blair and I talked about our trip up north. But there is one thing we were going to talk about that we totally forgot to. Something.
The Game of Thrones finale.
No
Jesus.
more Game of Thrones. That was the first and only time we're going to talk about Game of Thrones.
You got me going, man.
I got you going a lot of different ways that day.
My fucking speech was slurring by the end. You had me talking so much. That's rare for me. I don't know if you guys know.
Were you standing up for Game of Thrones because they were poo-pooing on it?
No, we were just talking about it. I was standing up for it. I was like,
I
fuck
did not
all this.
poo-poo.
No, they weren't.
I haven't seen it.
They weren't poo-pooing it. They were talking about it and asked if I was as butthurt as a lot of people were, and I was like, no. And
I'd be more on the butthurt scale than not butthurt, but like I said, I'm just like,
See, I wasn't butthurt at all. I mean, it didn't blow me. Some moments
It didn't blow you?
Some moments blew me.
I expected it to blow me.
Some moments blew
Apparently,
me.
most people did expect it to blow them. That's
See, for
why-
me, there was moments that blew me.
Nice.
Indeed.
That's good.
So Blair,
Hopefully
Hibbing.
involving Jon Snow.
Hell yeah, Kid Harington gives great.
Hell yeah.
I don't know why I try to talk about things.
No, it's bro.
Yeah,
Was it-
what's up?
You talk about
Jesus.
Okay, Jesus Christ. Was it the mall?
Yes, it was the mall.
The deadest mall of all malls?
Yes.
In
We
the
went
history
to-
of malls?
Before you get into this, sorry, quick,
Jesus
but
Christ.
we're still on the subject.
We're not on any subject.
Send feedback if you think I should get into the ASMR game.
Yeah.
Oh, we talked about this like a couple months ago. We first talked about ASMR, and I'd never heard it. So I looked it up and I tried listening to a few of them. Not for me.
Well, yeah, you don't have the triggers in your brain. Then it's
I get triggered by
it's
it.
not
Either
everybody.
you haven't found your trigger or you don't have it.
I ain't got triggered.
Very possible you. Like, there's a lot of people.
You don't have, you don't have
wanted
the
to-
meridian response.
I was also
or-
hoping maybe it'd be calming to go to sleep to,
That's what it's supposed to be.
but it wasn't. The times I'm, home alone and I sleep on, I'll usually just end up pulling like fucking John Mulaney stand up is really good to fall asleep to.
Shots fired. Mr. B
No,
thinks
no,
it's
he's
so
really no. It's
boring
just
that
John Mulaney's the most boring
I know
comic.
it all, and then
I know.
his
I-
voice is just soothing.
He does have a soothing voice.
I have a comedy playlist.
Pete Holmes is good too, but every once in a while Pete Holmes laughs too much, and it's just
I love Pete Holmes.
I do too, but it just laughs too much. and it's so good.
Get Piers.
Anyways,
I am drinking beers for the podcast.
Buddha
Yeah,
pills.
Mr. B didn't bring enough for the whole class, so I guess
I had one more, and I talked to about.
I'm good.
Try his fucking beer.
I don't want to try it.
I want to try it.
I smell banana. Is there banana flavor in that beer?
it's a new local brewery, Buddha Pills. Edwald the Golden is called.
We are not affiliated with them,
No.
but we could be.
As the guy told me to try a sample, he said, "This is what Blue Moon wishes it could be." That's what he
I
told
don't know
me.
about that.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that either.
I
but
mean, it's fine.
but it's good. I'm
Why
not
does it
saying-
taste smoky?
Oh, that's because I smoked it in the smoke.
Oh, okay.
I've had it for like a month, and that one's I've had it for a month and a half or so. So
I don't get smoky. I get like a different kind of hoppy.
probably the hops. Oh, well, you also mixed it with mixed. You also had
That's
it with.
good. I
with-
just-
you also had it.
Dude,
after just
do we
take a
have-
sip
do
of
we have any
mixed
more of
berry
those?
chobani.
Bro,
Oh, yes, please. Yeah.
banana and clove.
I
You
smell
Oh,
the banana.
That shit
And I
is
tasted the
bananas.
clove.
Blair tasted the
Yes,
clove.
that shit is bananas.
B-A-N.
Oh my god!
So, the first kind of
That was too many. You,
Bro,
you did
is that
one more
actually going
SSI
through
than
the
you
mic?
needed to.
Him doing that?
it is, unfortunately.
ISSS.
It's usually after
ISSS. That was one more S! God damn it, Mr. P!
It's trying to catch you. You're cleverer than you look,
You
Blair.
guys
I know.
talk about.
Ooh, that is Greek ass yogurt.
That's what I heard from all of my
Fucking
teachers. growing
chobani's
up.
the shit,
Did you
man.
guys talk about John Wick last time?
No, we did not. We did not talk about John Wick.
If I can give my 2 cents on it, it's John Wick at his John Wickiest. 2 thumbs up.
Wicked.
It's the only movie aside from The Raid 2 that I've been exhausted from the amount of action going on.
Okay, yeah, I remember there being parts where it's just like whoever did the sound effects or the sound design for that, like when they're peeling, the ballerina's peeling the
The toenail off?
toenail off, and it makes like a
Yeah.
spoiler alert.
No,
it was
when
Ben Burt that was actually doing the sound effects.
when he
did Star Wars
stabs the
and
guy
all.
in the top of the head, and you can like hear his skull give resistance to the knife as it goes in. And
It
he has
goes
to like
squish.
the sound design was tour de
inaccurate
force.
because heads wouldn't.
I don't think John Wick 3 needs our endorsement, though. Apparently, he's doing really great.
There's no fucking truth in that art.
It's
Squishy head sounds.
one of the best action movies I think I've ever seen. Like it hits all the right.
What
all the
about
right notes?
Tu Wong Fu? Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
That's not an action movie. That's a good flick, but it's not an action movie.
thought it was action packed. Swayze got me there.
Sweet dude.
Swayze dog.
Do you know that?
Rest in peace.
You know what? This year,
Swayze
10
dog.
years.
10 years.
10 years since Swayze left us.
Swayze dog.
Can you believe that?
And you know who was?
I brought that fact up at work. I'm like, oh, Swayze's been gone for almost 10 years. And one of the guys I work with was like, oh man, are we going to pay tribute and put Footloose on? And I was like, why would we do that? That was Kevin Bacon. He's
Swing
like,
and a miss,
"Fuck,
my friend."
I meant Dirty Dancing. He's like, I didn't mix up Patrick Swayze with Kevin Bacon. I mixed up the movie.
Footloose
Yeah.
with Dirty Dancing.
I was like, that's
more acceptable.
That's more acceptable. Yeah.
His brother, the Swayze dog's brother, was in
Let's
Dead of the
dance!
Little
Except for you,
cameo.
baby. Get in the corner.
Get in the corner.
What movie is that? Dirty Dancing Footloose.
Dirty
It
feet.
does not even
Dirty
ring.
Dancing 2 Havana Nights.
Oh, fuck!
Shit! Jennifer Nettles loves that movie.
Everyone knows there's a Dirty Dancing 2, but it's not called Havana Nights. It's called The Search for Curly's Gold.
Electric Boogaloo.
Okay.
Electric Bullet.
If
Boogaloo, you're boogieing down.
if it pleases the court, can I tell the story I was going to start like 10
Object.
minutes ago?
I object.
You object. Okay.
Show's all about.
I'll allow it.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Tight. Blair's going to.
What? What'd you just call me?
He called you a kike.
I said.
That was a-
Whoa.
you just did.
I said.
I specifically heard kike.
We all heard it. I am highly offended.
Okay.
And I am-
we have this recorded.
That's what you said.
So
I'm
this
taking
will be
me
the part
and
of
my
the podcast where I
ASMR
just
voice.
repeat me
and I'm
saying
leaving
tight.
because
tight.
I
You
am
might have
not
said
standing
tight.
for that shit.
Tight.
You might have said
I-
tyke. I don't know. You might have called him a tyke, which is more
I was
endearing than
definitely offended
the
whatever
other
you
one.
said.
You dropped a hard K.
Yeah, man, I heard it. That's what- I'm gone.
He's gone. He's away from the table, but he's still the loudest person on the mic. No.
No, he's definitely not. That Chobani rapper is now the loudest thing on the mic. So Blair and I,
About my Hefeweizen.
I'm gonna kill myself right here. I'm gonna
So
shoot
Hibbing.
myself in the head. I'm
So
gonna
the
shoot
mall
my
in
fucking
Hibbing.
brains out right
Donovan.
here.
Iron Gate.
I bet we'll get good.
Hibbing.
I bet
Let's
we'll get good
go.
download numbers if people found out someone killed themselves live on a podcast and it still got posted and iTunes was cool with it.
We'd have to do
They
a
don't-
video
they don't listen to-
podcast for that.
they don't
That would be
listen to it.
hardcore.
What if you're doing ASMR and then you just a gunshot went off right after that?
That would be that. You would get
Be the
got.
world's greatest gunshot.
Jump scare.
Wow, he calls me a
Jump
hard
scare,
K, and you
yeah.
just tell me if I got shot myself in the head, be the world's greatest gunshot. Wow, people fucking love. What do you got to say about me, bro? Lay it on. It's
Okay,
good.
but
Rip
for
the
real though,
Band-Aid.
it might be the world's greatest gunshot because it would actually be the gunshot hurled around the world. Everyone could hear it. It's on the internet.
Did
Now
you
you're-
mean
now
to say
you're
the
praising
world's
it.
greatest jump scare?
Yeah,
Now you're praising me. Now you're saying everyone in the world's gonna listen to my
It's
ASMR.
not all
Okay,
about you.
The shot heard round the world.
Right, and it's on
Read a fucking history book.
No, you said it's on, it was talking about how it's on my ASMR channel, and you said it's heard around the world. So that's what I'm saying. It's common. Everyone in the world's gonna hear my
Winona
That's what I'm saying.
Sandwich
Good.
Company.
Oh, okay.
We're on the same fucking page, and you're yelling at me.
Okay.
He's calling me a kike, and
Okay, so the Iron Gate Plaza in Hibbing. Okay.
Iron Gate Plaza. We stopped
go.
there in Hibbing because
So what did you think of John Wick 2? I was doing the bit. You're supposed to keep talking. Fuck.
You didn't.
Am I a joke to you?
Yeah.
You didn't warn me first before you started doing.
Well, I looked at you for a solid 3 seconds before I started talking. I'm sorry. I made yogurt come up Blair's nose.
Don't count.
Don't worry. Don't worry. He likes it that way.
And
Blair,
also
could you
made
tell
him
the story,
choke
Blair?
up his-
Because I'm getting nowhere with it.
No, I was going for the bit of a different conversation going over top. I'm sorry.
So
Go.
Hibbing, Minnesota, the hometown of everyone's favorite folk singer.
I
can't think of another folk singer. I was gonna think of someone other than Bob Dylan, but I can't think of another one. So Bob Dylan.
Jacob Dylan.
Jacob Dylan.
I don't think he spent any time there.
Has the... I guess the deadest mall I've ever been to. I can't think of a mall that would be more dead than it.
It was so dead, it was just an empty field.
I'd say the Dawn of the Dead Mall.
No, there was a mall.
It was the most dead mall that's still up and running.
The Dawn of the Dead Mall might be a little deadier.
There was a what was it, like a Dunham Sports or something? No, it was JoAnn Fabrics.
Let's say there's
JoAnn
a Dunham
Fabrics.
Sports and a JoAnn's at every dead mall you've taken me to.
There was a JoAnn Fabrics.
JoAnn Fabrics, or as every woman
every woman.
Every woman.
every woman ever and Mr. B call it, JoAnn's.
JoAnn's.
You call it JoAnn's?
I don't know. It's the first time hearing of it. But I guess I
There's
do.
this phenomenon with women in Mr. B.
Do I really call it JoAnn's? Because I'm a Michaels guy.
No,
I'm a Michaels
that's what I'm
guy.
saying, no.
Michael's.
My point is the place is called JoAnn Fabrics. but
Yes.
It's like you're on a first name basis with her, where you call it JoAnn's.
Yeah, we're tight.
Or the restaurant is called Leeann Chin. Let's go to Leeann Chin's.
Oh yeah.
That's because it's her restaurant. Leeann Chin's.
Let's go
It's her
get
restaurant.
Let's go get socks from Nordstrom's. The place is called
I don't
Nordstrom.
shop at Nordstrom. Come on, don't be ridiculous.
Yeah, come on. Do I look like a cake eater that can afford to shop at Nordstrom?
Although every time we drive by one,
Nordstrom's.
Don always says
Nordstrom's.
nice rack Nordstrom.
Nice rack, Nordstrom.
Who
I
says
do. I say that all the time.
J.C. Penney's?
I say that.
It's called J.C. Penney.
No, it's called pennies.
JCPenney.
It's called pennies.
What?
Michael,
That's
then?
like, you ever heard...
I don't call it Sears's. So
You ever heard someone called Gastov Zergemütlichkeit? Gastovs?
Gastovs, yeah.
Like Gastov is a name?
right, it's not.
It's not a name.
I call
They think it's like
I call
that's what, it's
Target
like Gustav.
Yeah,
Nah.
no.
No, Gustav is Gustav.
Gustav is Gustav, my friend.
Is it okay that I still call Target the Target Boutique? Is that a store?
No,
Target.
you're a douche if you do that.
Target.
And the McDonald's Supper Club. That too.
McDonald's Supper Club.
Mac and
Target
D's Supper
Boutique.
Club.
Yeah, Mac and
McDonald's.
D's.
Sub Club. Maybe we go to Sub Dub.
Sub-dub. Anyways,
Maybe we go to Culver's, get a Dub Big Butt
There is
Burger.
some kind of phenomenon where just
There was a
you
JoAnn's.
added this- You added tents and
There was a
S.
JoAnn's.
See, I do call it JoAnn's, but I don't say fabrics, so I just add the S instead of saying
JoAnn's,
fabrics.
yeah,
So
like-
it's a lot quicker
It's
when
like
I say
you know
JoAnn's.
her personally.
Well, I do. We're tight.
Oh, okay.
So, okay.
JoAnn's
There's
probably
a
dead.
JoAnn Fabrics there. There was a nail salon.
I know bird.
There was an antique store that was closed, and I don't know if it was going to open again. Like, it looked like the
The
signage
antique
was there
store
for
itself was
It's an antique.
it. Yeah, basically. But, like, the signage was all there. Like, it should have been open, but it wasn't. And it was, it wasn't...
It looked like a storage unit.
It was like 2 o'clock, 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday. And it was a rainy Saturday.
There was also a place that when you walked in, it said now open, and it was clearly closed, and then it had a sign pointing to like another lot. We were like, okay, so they moved. But when you went to the other one, it also said now open, and it was clearly
It was
closed.
closed, yeah. So there was a nail place, and then this is what makes this a story. The
my God.
last business in
Oh,
there,
I'm still sad about it.
I don't know what it was called. I can't remember.
It was
But
like
a
Party
bookstore.
Depot or something like that.
Party
Or
Depot.
Party-
It was a
Was
place.
there a party?
Yes.
There was a party
There was
going
a
on.
place.
Wait.
There was a quote unquote party.
Question.
Yeah.
A party.
Was it a Party Depot or Parties Depot?
God damn
Party
it.
Depot's is.
Yeah, they went
Party
to parties.
Parties
It was-
Depot.
yeah,
We're going to parties for our son's birthday.
to Parties Depot. So
We
it's
know the
basically the size of a normal like mall shop.
Yeah.
Not big. There's some inflatable structures along each wall.
One
And a table
of
at the
those-
end
Okay,
that
so,
says
like-
welcome such and such for your 6th birthday.
Birthday parties.
And there were kids in there.
There was like
playing.
5 or 6 kids and a dad.
Yeah.
And there was one of the basketball, like the just
Basketball hoops.
shoot a basketball hoop for a minute, and then you see how many points you get. One kid was doing that. The rest of them were just sitting at a table doing nothing. I don't know if they were waiting for food or if the food never came.
There was no
Or
like
if they were
sound.
just-
No one was talking.
No one
or
was
having
talking.
any fun.
There was no music playing.
You sure you
Yeah,
guys
that
didn't
was-
dream this?
I guarantee you, we didn't dream.
It
this.
was like it felt like purgatory.
Sure you guys weren't high on cocaine.
no.
And I thought
the cocaine had.
I thought to
worn off.
myself, is
many
this what
hours
children in
before this.
Hibbing do for fun? And when we were leaving, when we were leaving, we saw a mother and her daughter going in there. Like,
Yeah.
clearly, like, they were going to the birthday party,
Yeah.
and that daughter looked stoked.
Oh,
Like, either she had never been there before, or they really do find it fun in there.
That's table. You know, they do either that or throw rocks at trains.
That's true.
Gotta go back to the basics, man. Throw rocks at trains.
But it was raining that day, so they had to go to Party Depot. They had to go to parties.
That's weird
Get the
because
party on.
rocks sound the best when they
are we
bounce off the side of a
losing
train
our
in the rain.
Hibbing, Minnesota demographic by talking shit about their party place?
I don't think so. I don't think
we have
You're
a
not.
Minnesota
I wasn't there, so I'm not
demographic. After
talking
being
bullshit.
there,
It's these two
I don't
guys.
think we have one.
Not a lot going on there.
No.
They have a roundabout
Besides my grandpa living there,
on
but I said
their
that last
main
time.
highway on
Yeah.
169.
The highway has a roundabout.
Yeah, but
Right.
it's like 40 miles an hour by then, so
It's
it's not. But
169.
Yeah.
in Hibbing, yeah. I said this last time. I think.
Trying to
My
picture
grandpa
where
lives in
Hibbing-
Hibbing.
So it's 169, and then the
By the-
roundabout. If you take out the left exit of the roundabout, it stays 169, and if you go straight, it becomes 37, I believe, which is the road we
Is
took.
it kind of by
Even
the
though-
Pizza Ranch?
There's a pizza ranch on every fucking
Yeah,
street
it's-
corner.
Yeah, there was probably 7 pizza ranches in Hibbing. I don't know.
No, I said the
The pizza ranch.
Pizzas
Is it a
Ranches.
small town? Yeah.
The
it's by
Pizzas Ranches.
Pizza
You're talking
Ranch
about,
and
you're
the
talking
Taco
about
John's.
pizzas? Pizzas is in Hibbing?
Yeah,
Oh,
pizzas.
shit.
If it's a small town anywhere in the Midwest, it's right by the Pizza Ranch, the Taco John's, and the Casey's.
They don't have a Taco John's.
There were Casey's everywhere.
They got a Dairy Queen.
There weren't a lot of Taco John's. There was
My
one.
grandpa lives near the Dairy Queen
We did eat at a Village Inn though in
Nice.
Virginia.
and a Walmart, and they have a giant ass dealership there, car dealership.
Oh,
Ginas?
car dealership?
Yeah, giant ass car dealership.
Oh, giant
drugs
ass.
used to be.
I thought there was a car
Giant
dealership called Ginas.
Dealership.
They
of
do.
Cars.
The drugs are hidden in the cars, sewn into the seats.
Dude,
That's
Oh, like
smart
John Wick 2?
business plan.
the fucking
Like that scene in John Wick 2.
I don't remember that scene.
the dispensaries that we saw in LA were like imagine who you
I've
think
been to
would be
LA.
imagine who you think would be
LA.
going into a dispensary for like recreational marijuana.
Hong Kong Henry Zabrowski.
And you're completely wrong. It was all business looking dudes. Like suits. Like
Fucking legalize it, right, Blair?
There's
Legalize it.
dispensaries all
Didn't
over
someone say that
Vegas
once?
now, too.
I think so.
Not that Vegas needed to get any more chill about
It's
it.
just-
isn't
it's
Vegas
just
the only
really
place in Nevada where you can't get a hooker
Right.
legally?
In the city
I think
limits.
so, yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Do they not want money?
I don't know.
Is that
I don't
it?
know. They got enough money.
That's why they
I don't know if
advertise
they
all
don't.
over in
I don't know if
Vegas.
they. I don't know if they really
come
enforce it or
everywhere
not,
else.
though.
Well, that's the thing.
Drive 3 hours through the fucking hot desert where you
In-
might die.
You might die.
Talking about enforcing things, you can't just smoke, you can't vape or whatever weed out
Can't
in
vape your
public.
weed.
Right.
No one's enforcing that.
You can't vape your weeds on the outside.
Boulevard, just like Vape City.
Vaping some doobs.
Vaping some dude. Oh, your dang back out. Your dang back bow.
Everything back out. Is this recycling?
Yes.
We
Good
just
thing we
let
got
our
a
dog
recycling
inside and she is
can in
panting
our-
like a dog.
Well, it's 90 degrees out.
Aren't you
It's
guys
pretty hot.
happy I said we got a recycling can for our state-of-the-art recording studio?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And we got a pet
And-
dog for
yeah.
our state-of-the-art recording studio. Isn't
Ain't
that
the,
right,
first,
Abby?
ain't the first time we recorded with a dog.
Won't be the last either.
I know you did.
Hey, Abby. Abby, give me a kiss.
So what's on everyone's mind? It's been a while since the four of us have been together. Mike, what's everyone up to?
Fucking love John Wick 2.
You're a lying liar who lies.
You are a lying liar. The lyingest liar I've ever lied.
We were out to lunch
Wait,
today,
what?
and Mr. B let his true feelings flow.
Again, I'm pretty sure I've told some of you guys.
I would have
before.
remembered
for
because
sure.
I would have resented
For
you.
sure, I've told the Bernines boys this before.
No, you
I know.
didn't. I would
I
have never
motherfucking-
spoken
I
to you
didn't even
again.
know you saw it.
Guess what? I told you today, and you're still speaking to me, so it's a
Wick
lie.
2, they start to peel back the veil on like John Wick's past, and
You get to
Mr.
the
B,
world
you think you
building.
know a guy, and then he says something about John Wick.
Franco Nero was in it.
Franco fucking Nero.
I don't know who that is.
What? He's Cole the American Ninja.
Yeah.
Although he's
Italian
very
superstar.
Italian.
Cole the American Ninja.
I don't know who that is.
Look up Franco Nero. He is an
Ain't got-
Italian
ain't got-
superstar.
ain't got time for that.
You need to watch more Giallo, my friend.
Anyway,
No? Okay.
Yeah, I'm mostly still just seething about the John Wick 2 thing.
Yeah.
Why you see them? It's not that big a deal.
It's so good.
I didn't say it was bad. I just said I wasn't the biggest fan, and I said I was a little disappointed in it. I didn't say it was bad. Fuck you.
Fuck me.
Yeah, sure.
Fuck me? Fine, whatever.
Fuck you, Tuesday.
Whoa.
Fuck you, Dad.
Should be,
Fuck
I
you
thought
too,
we were
son.
all square. I feel like I need a cheese dog right now after that comment.
I've gotten you too many cheese dogs in my life.
There's no such thing as too many cheese dogs,
No.
sir.
But the amount of me getting you cheese
The amount of meat
is
outweighs the amount of cheese dog, is what he's saying.
motherfucker. I've gotten you my last cheese
Just gonna allow this? Just gonna
Hey,
allow him to ASMR me?
what can I do? What can I do to stop this?
I control the
madman?
podcast basically. So
He's a villain.
Oh
of
my
this
god, are you gonna
podcast.
take over the bills? Because that would be fucking amazing.
I didn't ask you to pay any bills. We could have done it for free. Could have put it on YouTube for
Look
free.
at that backtrack. I didn't see the penny bills.
We do put it on YouTube, but we still have to host the podcast somewhere.
Yes, I was on
Remember that
YouTube.
time we, I guess we recorded a podcast, but I don't remember paying.
Good. Bitch, I got a mortgage.
Got him.
I think you killed him. Shit.
Oh. I broke my coccyx.
We're gonna take a short break. Let Mr.
Oh.
catch his breath.
Oh, yeah,
We'll
this
be
is his new
back.
thing. He likes breaks. Mark didn't know, so.
Oh, you take breaks now?
We take breaks, yeah. So we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this.
Time travel.
I can feel a mutual attraction. When I first saw you, you threw me a kiss. I smiled and let it fall. I tried to resist. You look so good, so inviting. I can feel a mutual attraction. A mutual attraction.
Mic, second mic check.
God damn it!
So, yeah, I heard we're talking, sorry, before Mike's was live, we were talking about the new Looks Shitty Dark Phoenix movie.
The new looks shitty.
It's
Yeah,
funny
well,
that we
okay.
have more thoughts about that, and none of us have seen.
I was gonna say I haven't seen the movie. I haven't
It
seen
looks
the
bad. It looks
previous
terrible.
movies.
I heard it's terrible. It was supposed to come out a year ago, and they had to do or James McAvoy said they did 3 months of reshoots and redid the
God.
ending 3 times.
Which
Suicide Squad all over again.
it sucks because Phoenix is a dope ass character. That
And
they could do something.
I know for a
super
while
cool.
it was almost not going to come out. They thought because whenever 2 months ago when it was official that Disney had Fox, they were most people figured they were just going to be oh, we'll just put it on Hulu. Fuck it.
I have a problem with
They did.
comic book characters that are so powerful. It's ridiculous. They need a good weakness.
Captain Marvel.
Yes, I was gonna get to Captain Marvel. She needs
yes.
she needs a kryptonite, real bad.
Yeah.
And they might be one. I don't know.
She's
enough about Captain
way
Marvel.
too powerful.
They were going to put that in the first movie. They might put that in the second.
Same
'Cause I don't
thing
know
with
enough about her.
Phoenix.
That was the
Phoenix is-
that was the thing about Endgame that I didn't like. Was that Captain Marvel probably just
Oh.
shouldn't have been in it.
I was really worried Captain Marvel was gonna just steal the show. I'm well, that just throws the last 10 years of the Marvel cinematic universe out the window if that's what you make happen.
Well, they were smart, and
if you're gonna
apparently
have
they filmed her stuff in Endgame before they even did it. But they knew. They're
If you're gonna have a character that
real
just
nervous there
starts and bookends the movie of a movie that long and Like, I forgot that she was in the beginning of it when she showed back up.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, right. Okay. I think it was a cool shot.
And they did come up with they were clever enough reason for her to not be there. I mean, she does have shit on other universes
And you know
to deal
what?
with.
Maybe that is her weakness, that she's so powerful that she has to police the whole galaxy.
And loses focus. And I don't know, I haven't read any Captain Marvel comics. You know, there might be weaknesses in it that they'll, introduce in the second one, because in the first movie, she was basically fighting people of her own kind, so it was kind of a, fairer fight. So they might introduce that in the second movie. Because I don't know if there's got to be something. Because comic book characters really have no weaknesses, so...
No weaknesses.
I was starting to feel that way about Scarlet Witch for a while too, like in Civil War. She could just do whatever the hell she wanted. They kept Thor and Hulk out of Civil War because they're too powerful for like a fight like that. I thought Scarlet Witch was
bland. Thor and Hulk had to deal with some shit.
That's really similar because Scarlet Witch and Captain Marvel both got their powers from an Infinity Stone, so I guess it makes sense that they're
in this world, because when they introduced Scarlet Witch, they couldn't say she was a mutant,
right?
But I don't think they'll backtrack now that they have the rights to Fox. I don't think they'll all of a sudden just be like, she's a mutant, even though we showed you she got her powers from the Tesseract.
You know what would be funny?
Because they're smart, because Feige's good.
Because Quicksilver died, but they never called him Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Right? So they could technically bring him back. That would be hilarious if they brought him back, but it was still Evan Peters.
Yeah.
They don't bring Aaron Johnson back. They're like,
So
no, I'm the actual Quicksilver.
He's in Dark Phoenix, and he's a great part of those movies.
Evan Peters is good.
How big of a role he has in it? Because
So I saw First Class. I didn't see Days of Future Past.
Days of Future Past is one of the best X-Men movies.
I've heard that it's the best.
It's just I think it's of the new ones. I think it's just below X2.
What you know about Dinklage?
Yeah,
Dinklage.
He's like the bad guy.
What do you think about Dinklage with 80s or 80s porn star mustache?
Yeah.
I would love.
I would love. Yeah, that.
I knew
about Dinklage.
That.
What are your thoughts on Sentinels?
Yeah.
I like watching them fucking die.
Wow. Okay. So you should watch the movie.
Oh, tight.
What do you think about the old school
Okay, so-
X-Men, the new school X-Men?
Days of Future
What do you think
Past.
about
Days of Future Past is good.
Apocalypse
was bad though.
shitty.
Apparently, okay.
Really bad.
So what
just all
was
over
the
the place.
difference between? Okay, so it was like an unfocused kind of poorly written.
Just dumb, same thing about, oh, Magneto's gone, but we need you. We trust you. I swear it'll be okay.
If the Mummy was an X-Men movie, it'd be
do
X-Men
something
Apocalypse.
bad?
I like them.
And Apocalypse wasn't just. I like
that's
what's
the
his
plot.
face.
Oscar Isaac.
I like Oscar Isaac,
Yeah.
but I mean, it might have been more the script too. It did nothing.
Isn't it the plot of the Mummy in an X-Men movie?
He tried to get more powerful.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, he's trying to find the love of his life, who was like, yeah,
Oh yeah, that's the Mummy.
yeah.
Knocks to the moon.
There's no
also-
Betty.
Mummy
There's
is
no Betty.
technical.
Didn't he also look like Ivan Ooze?
Yes.
A little bit. Yeah.
He did
That sounds like a lot of things working against that movie. I
I
can
like
see-
Oscar Isaac too, but it sounds like Arnold Vosloo would have been perfect for that role.
Yeah, where's Arnold Vosloo been?
I don't know. Like,
Dolph Lundgren would have been.
pretty sure
He
the
was
last thing I saw him in was Blood Diamond.
Last thing I saw Arnold Vosloo in was it Bones? Was he in
TV
Bones? Was he
show.
that sniper in Bones?
You mean the main guy? One of the main guys in the show?
No.
Laurie Ennis was a sniper.
No, he was a bad guy, but he was like I think he was in Boots Past. He was in a
Maybe,
couple
like
episodes. I think it was.
I have to remember what Vosloo looks like. To know.
He looks. Well, I can't tell him that. He looks like our uncle, which is funny.
Yeah, it's true.
But he's bald. He's bald. He's
I recognize the
he's
name, but-
the Mummy.
he was emo.
Oh, he's Emotep.
He's
Oh,
Emotep,
okay, yeah. He might have been in Bones. I am fucking remember.
It was some show. It was Bones. Or
I think you're thinking Blue
He also
Bloods.
looks just like Billy Zane.
he does look like a bald Billy Zane.
Love me some
yeah.
Zane.
Billy Zane bald now?
He's always been bald.
Put a
Shaved bald.
cork in it, Zane.
Listen to your friend Billy Zane. He's trying to help
He's trying
you
to
out.
help you out.
I can't wait to hear this
Real men
podcast
make their own money, make
on
their own
playback.
luck.
We're
Billy
all over
Zane,
the place in the
Titanic.
first part, and then we come back in. We're all locked in. Like, yes, we have these thoughts about.
Well, commercial. We did a commercial break. Played Queen of Hearts. Measured our testicles. Weighed our testicles.
Measure our testicles.
Not measuring no snare drum.
So yes, we were talking about X-Men. Yes, Apocalypse is bad. See Days of Future Past. It's really good, and you've seen First Class, so it's right after that. And then we'll just wait. However long it is before, Marvel puts it in there and does it right.
So Days of Future Past is the perfect transition between First Class and the other X-Men movies that you
love.
It's both of those universes.
Okay, do you guys consider Logan to be an X-Men movie?
Yeah, it's in the X-Men universe. It takes place in the future, and they reference things that happened in the old X-Men movies.
Because I fucking
love Logan.
I love
Logan.
Like that's why he's like more. If we're considering it an X-Men movie, I think Logan is far and away.
Well, okay, yes. In the X-Men universe, that's one of the best movies, but I was thinking like just X-Men proper.
X-Men, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, as in the X-Men universe, Logan, Deadpool's technically in the X universe too.
And I love both Deadpools as well. But yeah, it really sucks. Dark Phoenix looks like it's going to be shitty, and they fucking just butchered a character.
For the second time.
Who's the actress who plays Dark
She's
Phoenix?
Sansa.
Sophie Turner.
Sophie Turner, yeah.
Oh, okay, from Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
She sounds hot.
Yeah, so like I said, give it a couple, 5, 6, whatever years, and we'll get a good one
Probably.
in the MCU.
Well, like MC Poo.
Whoa, you bite your tongue.
I know you guys, we were talking about a little bit off mic. Do you guys want to talk about Avengers? I know it's been a while.
Fuck yes.
Yeah,
I do.
I have thoughts.
Because 2 weekends ago I went and saw it again because I was like, fuck it.
I want to see it again.
I saw it a second time 2 weeks ago by myself. I was just like, I got nothing to do. It's 10 o'clock Sunday morning. Fuck it.
There's apparently
On
you
your
can
left.
see Howard Duck.
He comes up right after Wasp comes out of the portal.
So you saw him.
Yeah, I saw
the second
Howard
time I
Duck,
did.
too.
Once I heard he was there, I was
saw him
looking for
I
him.
only saw him the one time, but I think we both pointed him out.
I don't think I saw any Ravagers or any...
Ravagers weren't in there.
Ravagers are most definitely in it.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. Stallone and them? Those guys?
I don't know about Stallone.
Not specifically. I didn't hear about that.
He's too busy being
what's
Rambo.
his name? The director of Guardians of the Galaxy.
James Gunn.
James
His
Gunn.
brother.
Well, yeah. Well, he's the villain for
Apparently,
Rocket.
Yeah, apparently he has like a big scene in the movie that got cut. So they're definitely there.
Well, he's also in every Rocket scene, too.
Rocket Scene.
He plays Rocket on set.
And
What, really?
Yeah, he's on set Rocket, and then Bradley
he's in
Cooper
every
just...
Gilmore Girls scene.
Bradley Cooper. And then Bradley Cooper just
Dubs the voice.
does the voice. And apparently he's the one who came up with the line in the first Guardians, the improv, of like, look at us all standing here, a bunch of assholes.
Bunch of it.
That was Sean Gunn improvised that on the set. And they're like, all right, we're gonna have Cooper say it.
If you're speaking of Rocket, I really like in that movie the type of character development Rocket has, because in the first and second Guardians, he was just kind of like the asshole.
They wouldn't know. They haven't seen Guardians 2.
I know.
You have? Good for you.
He's just kind of the asshole in that movie. But after he goes through the snapping,
The snapping.
he kind of, I don't know, how would you say it?
He changed. Well, he evolves.
He has an arc.
Apparently, it's worked his way, and apparently, his storyline's a big part of. Going to be a big part of 3. Yeah, he just changes because then I think he even more realizes how much he cares about people.
Also,
rather than not, always being aloof.
Yeah.
Sean Gunn is the on-set Rocket.
Yeah.
Can you even handle the nepotism?
Well,
I know, he's in all of his movies.
Right.
Yeah.
He's his brother, and he's good, and it works, and he drops
It's like
lines.
Ron
What
Howard's brother.
other director
gets-
would use like his less popular brother and everything?
Yeah, but Sean Gunn's a better actor than Clint Howard. Sorry, Clint.
I was gonna say Ted Raimi.
Ted Raimi, yeah.
Well, I don't know if he's better than Ted Raimi. Ted
Raimi's a
Ted
delight.
Raimi's pretty great.
But
No, usually the directors who do that, their brothers are entertaining.
I didn't notice it the first time I saw it, but then I heard about it and saw images and caught it the second time. When they do the time heist and Rocket goes back to Asgard with Thor, he's wearing Peter Quill's scarf.
Oh.
What is Ted Raimi like? Wasn't he in like Xena or Hercules or
Well, that
something?
was Sam Raimi was one of the creators of both those shows.
Ted Raimi,
so Ted Raimi had I think he had a part. He was also in that one wishful thinking episode of Supernatural.
Yep.
This is one of the funniest.
And Ted Raimi was in a couple episodes of Asher's Evil Dead too.
I still got to watch the other seasons.
I haven't seen the third
first,
season
The first
yet.
season, I fucking.
But yeah, Rocket's wearing Peter Quill's scarf when they go back in time.
No,
well, that is
Yeah,
sweet.
It's pretty sweet. It's
No,
touching.
yeah.
It's touching, man.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
No, it's good. I love Nebula. I think she doesn't stone when they steal the show, but she's a big part of the heart.
Part of the heart.
So I think the movie's been out long enough that I don't think spoilers are too big.
The director said like 3 weeks ago that it was fair game.
I think.
Yeah, because they wanted to show more Spider-Man stuff, and
They need to show more.
Well, they
Spider-Man.
added it now where they added the trailer at the end of the movie since they don't. I called there being no post credits. I was like, they're not going to do it. It's the
Iron Man hammering the.
Wait, I said post
ironing his
suit before a big board meeting.
I called there was going to be no scene. I really like the touch though in the credits of the main six with the autographs.
Yeah,
that was
that was
That was
awesome.
cool.
Here's the thing though, is Thor part of the Guardians of the Galaxy now?
I think
I mean,
so.
he can be. I don't know if James Gunn's going to do that or not. I don't know.
Fat.
No, he's probably going to lose weight.
I need
Fat Thor
fat
in your
Thor in
life.
my
Yes.
life.
Yeah.
I don't know. He might still be, but I'm guessing since he's kind of getting over his depression of it all, he's probably going to start getting back into shape. But
He sounded like that idea sounds like an SNL parody version of it. Where like if he was hosting SNL, they would do a sketch with Fat Thor.
but you're done.
For some reason, it worked.
It was really well done.
Speaking of SNL stuff, I know you say it's not funny. I saw something on YouTube. It was from like a year or so ago where Michael Che and Colin Jost were on Seth Meyers, and those two are the head writers. Those two are the current head writers on SNL now, and Seth Meyers used to be whatever. So they were talking about bits and sketches that they wrote that got ixnayed right away. And Michael Che was like, I like to do racial humor. He goes, so a couple years ago, Chris Hemsworth was on. He goes, and I wanted to do a scene where the Avengers just did their giant battle, but at the end of it, you find out Thor accidentally killed an unarmed black kid with his hammer. And he goes, but that got ixnayed.
What?
It was a joke that Michael Che wanted to do.
Jesus Christ.
It got ixnayed.
I wonder why.
That would have been edgy.
It would have been funny joke, though. It would have been edgy, and it would have been. I could see if people were a little offended by it, but no, I don't know. If, apparently, I heard that they were gonna have originally they were gonna have Thor like halfway through the movie when he gets Mjolnir back or at the end when he gets both of them in the lightning and shit, that he was gonna kind of go back to skinny Thor. I heard it was Hemsworth who insisted that.
I thought they were going to do a comedy shot where like he got his mojo back, and then the next time you see him, he's just fucking ripped again.
Yeah.
Like he just like he gets Mjolnir and he's just like, oh, right, let's fucking do this.
Yeah.
To me, he was the funniest character in that movie, which is saying something about Chris Hemsworth because he's got so many. You almost hate him in a sense. He's got so many other things going for him. He's so handsome and charming and just cut from stone.
Because he's like literally
fucking
the guy
hilarious.
everyone wants to be in real life, if you could.
If you didn't have enough going for him, he's just inherently a really
Extremely charming
funny guy.
Yeah.
Next year we'll get to see him in Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
I do.
I'm not going to see that Men in Black movie. I've just too many bad Men in Black.
See, that movie looks fun.
It looks
I have no idea what it's going to be, but it looks
here's
fun.
the thing, Mark.
I like Tessa Thompson.
Did like groundwork QA on Men in Black.
I get it. He's got
Alien Crisis.
People paid $60 for that game.
No,
Did anyone
that
pay that much?
Retailed at $39.99.
Did it really?
Did anyone
Which
actually?
is
Still
still
too much.
way too
Did
much.
you guys get the numbers? Did anyone actually buy it?
I don't think so. I don't think.
So no one.
I don't
paid
think a
the money.
single person did.
So no one paid the money, bro. So
I
it's
mean-
super easy.
Oh,
Here's the thing: we don't do those kind of games anymore. So I'm assuming, not many people bought those.
No, you just did the shitty Call of Duty from last
What,
year.
on-rail shooters that you can
ouch, shots
beat in less
fired.
than 2 hours? They don't make those games anymore?
No, they don't.
They do. They have them in a thing called an arcade.
Oh,
Arcade, right?
God.
Time Crisis.
Men in Black.
Fuck that game.
No, but I don't know. I don't know if he's because I don't know
Grande
if
Fiesta, huh?
I don't know if James Gunn is.
Splendid Fiesta.
I don't know if James Gunn is going to put him in there or not. Or they could say, "Here, we'll do this," and then if we want to later on, we'll do an As Guardians of the Galaxy. But I'd love to see him in there. But I know him and Taika Waititi want to do fourth Thor too. So
Well, fuck it. That could be a Guardians movie too. Fuck it.
yeah.
Fuck it.
Thor 4.
Thor Ragnarok was pretty much also a Hulk movie. Why not?
But Taika's busy because he's doing Akira and
Yeah, Hulk didn't really get it.
He's doing what?
Akira.
He's doing Akira?
Leo's producing it and Taika Waititi's directing it.
Tolstoy?
Yep.
What'd you guys think about Professor Hulk?
I loved it.
That was another one. I fucking loved
I had a feeling they might
did
go
a really
that
good
way.
job of keeping that secret because I had like no idea that was going to be a thing.
Well, I heard
and when
rumors.
it happened, it was
I heard
fucking
rumors
hilarious.
that it's a thing in the comics, and I
Yeah.
was like, I could see him doing that, but I didn't know that they were.
Apparently, the original plan was to have that happen near the end of Infinity War, but they decided against it because it was kind of a funny, lighthearted thing happening right before the snapping.
like apparently they were also heard they were going to have the opening of Endgame with Clint Barton's family. Originally, it was going to be an Infinity War where it snaps and the screen goes dark, and then it was going to cut to that with his family going, and then it was going to come back. But they're like,
That was a perfect fucking
it was
opening.
better, yeah.
It was
And
a
then I heard
very
the directors, they were
promising
like, well, we
There
think
was, like, no
this is better to
sound,
kind of
it was
just dig the knife in deeper at the start of this movie.
Yeah, and you get
In case we
the like
forgot.
the shot with the dust flying out of the house.
Yeah.
But let's
perfect.
they deserved it. They put mayo on hot dogs. Who puts mayo on hot dogs?
That was my big problem with the movie is that towards the beginning of it, I just wanted to see a Ronin movie.
Yeah.
I didn't care about the sad Avengers at that point. I just wanted to see what Hawkeye was doing.
Well, really,
They're like, oh, they saw him.
Black
They
Widow.
talked about him like killing cartels and like
Yeah.
just going through and like ridding the world of scum. I'm like, I want to see
at
that.
that point, Natasha and Thor were the really only sad ones. Everyone else was mostly okay with it.
Captain America was sad.
Well, it's because he's running meetings, but he was a bum. But he was a lot better than some people.
Can we talk about the one of the best lines in the movie where
That is America's ass.
that's fucking fantastic. I'm talking about when he gets in the elevator with them and he just goes, Hail Hydra.
I had a feel.
Because I'm like, oh fuck, there's gonna be a sick fight.
It's gonna be another elevator fight.
I'm like, yeah, and then I'm like, oh god damn it, that's fucking good. I gotta give you that.
That is a little tip of the cap to the comics, though, because that is something.
That's currently now. Yeah.
That is something.
Not
that
to toot my own horn, but I called that. Well, in the theater, it happened, and I was like, at first, I was like, are they gonna do another one like in Winter Soldier? And I was like,
because
oh, no,
they
wait.
were doing the same shots of like showing
Right,
everyone.
except for
like,
Sitwell was in the
elevator. I'm
time,
like,
too,
oh,
but I
it's
was
gonna set up another. Like we've already seen this,
Then
but fuck it, I'll watch it.
I just
again.
had this feeling. I was going, and he was looking around, and I leaned over to Clarissa, and I was like, "Hail Hydra?" kind of a question mark, and then like 2 minutes later, I think that they've got fucking Redford out of retirement.
Yeah, that's
Come back. That was great. The show, the direct aftermath of the Avengers.
Yeah.
I was real surprised to see Natalie Portman because I know she left the whole production in like not good terms.
Yeah, apparently they got her back for a day. And apparently
it
originally,
only took a day to film that scene.
yeah, I know, right?
They're like, okay, all you have to do is sleep for a second and then get up and look confused.
Well, I've heard.
He's like, all right, $1 million.
Speaking of her and her character,
Fine.
if you stop and think about what they set up, or Cap's mission, where he had to go and put the.
Oh yeah, he had to put it back in her butt.
Yeah, he had to like shove the ether back down into her to get it back into the right place where they took it from.
And
the right
the best, that conversation between Captain America and Red Skull.
Yeah.
Awkward.
I don't know if they'll revisit that. It might be something that's like better to
Maybe.
like,
I heard
just think about.
a podcast a couple days ago with the directors, and they were like, I mean, with the Marvel universe, it's like we purposely, you never know.
Yeah.
Just like they're like we have ideas of the what happened when Captain America went back into the time where he came back into this timeline to grow old. Like we have ideas of what happened, but we're gonna hang on to that for now. Maybe you never know.
He fought neo-Nazis.
One of the most like spine tingling, like goosebumps moments was when fucking when Cap gets Mjolnir for the first time.
I knew that was going to happen.
I mean, I did too, but it was still like nipples hard, fucking tingling everywhere.
I was
like
fully erect.
oh.
What about Spider-Man riding a Pegasus with the Infinity Gauntlet in one hand and like he rides Mjolnir to the next like
Somebody
like
swings by and he just catches.
like,
I know.
wet dream.
Can I ask maybe a stupid question? When they were trying to play keep away with the gauntlet, why couldn't Captain Marvel have just flown it into space?
Why couldn't Captain Marvel have killed everybody?
No, because they
It's a movie.
they thought they were going to need the van to get it back because they had to get them back. They had to get them go back to the quantum realm and put them back where they exactly
here's the
came
thing.
out.
Here's my question. This is the one pothole that I am not okay with looking over.
Oh, good for you.
Why was Thanos with no fucking stones more powerful than Thanos with all of them?
I heard this story.
How did he fight Captain Marvel as just a big purple guy?
I heard that they said that because they said, because in Infinity War he's a lot older and he just the way he is with he's a lot more resolved in his plan and the whole this is what I want to do. I'm simply killing, destroying half the planet. Just dark, but he's like, I'm, saving the planet this way, and I'm going to destroy this, so I don't need him. And he's just kind of, calm and collective with his.
That's because he's
and they
already
said,
got
and
a
then the way
couple
they
stones.
called this the 2014 Thanos, they call him Warrior Thanos.
Yeah.
And they said he's more out for blood, bloodthirsty, bloodlusty, more in his warrior fighting prime.
Okay, but like
I see what you're getting at there.
that is like.
Okay,
Okay,
she was kind of
Yeah, he
holding him
did
back
have to use a stone
until he had to
to
pull the
knock her
Power
back.
Stone out and use the Power Stone solo to take her out.
Yeah, but he shouldn't have been able to stop her.
Yeah.
He blocked her with his hand or his sword or something, and she should have cut him in half with how powerful she went through a ship.
Yeah.
Like a fucking city-sized ship.
Right, you
that
can
brings
through
me
it.
back to my point.
Also,
She's
because
too powerful.
You can look
Because
at that, but
Tony
maybe
Stark
she was going
made
half-assed because she thought
That's
it was
why I'm
easy.
saying
but
she
yeah.
shouldn't have been in it.
But okay,
Well, they had
since
to.
Stark made the gauntlet himself, did he just not tell anybody about it? Like, I
Yeah,
know the movie didn't know about it.
Also, yeah.
But if they didn't need the gauntlet because Tony Stark made it, couldn't she have just blown it the fuck up?
I think
Well, then
that
she would
was
have had to got the
Tony's-
stones off of it first.
I think no one else knew about that one because he's
Just that fucking cheeky.
Yeah.
Well, and I think he more had it for last resort, worst case scenario. Didn't have the nanobots adjust. Plus, they had to get the stones out of there. She couldn't just blow it up
Yeah.
because they needed
But,
the
like,
stones.
Yeah, I don't want to be that guy that's like, no, but in this fucking comic book movie, why
Yeah, I
is this not 100% accurate?
It's just one of those things where I was thinking okay, if you were going to have Captain Marvel show up at the last minute, it should have been to stop Tony Stark from sacrificing himself because
no, but she had to. He had to because that was the only possible scenario where they won that strange thought.
Except for if Captain Marvel didn't become less powerful for a second, they wouldn't have had
But
to
maybe
do that.
that's what he saw. I heard from the same directors that if you watch Infinity War again, I knew when after he goes through the 14 million whatever things. And
he's like,
they ask him. There's
the
only
only
one.
way.
They're like when you're watching that movie, they ask him about it, and there's that pause for effect where he says one, but they're like, really, the reason he's pausing for effect is because he's looking at Tony and he knows the only way we can do this, is you're going to have to sacrifice
Your
yourself.
daughter has to
I-
love you
I-
3,000.
Yeah, I absolutely get that as a good narrative
and
arc.
I'm sure part of that he saw
Yeah,
Captain Marvel and the way it went down.
It's a good narrative
the answer
arc,
is
but
because,
it's
it's a satisfying narrative.
it's a
arc.
satisfying narrative arc, yeah, but it's like then just
I know you're getting
shit
at it.
can
Right.
Captain
Well, the
Marvel.
reason was they had to put her in there because
My problem is Captain Marvel.
you can't have the Captain Marvel movie come out and then not have her in it at all.
Also,
I
think
get what you're saying.
The thing about
They
Captain
could-
Marvel that
but I
gets
get what
me,
you're saying.
I have
Yeah.
conflicting feelings
because you hate women.
in my penis. Yes. Her asymmetrical,
asymmetrical haircut,
It
yeah.
drives me fucking bananas with lust.
Well, it's okay.
So-
She doesn't have that. She doesn't have that in the Captain Marvel movie, bro. So you're okay.
drives me
Bananas.
bananas with
With
lust.
lust.
you guys.
I really do like it. It's a
good look.
It works. It works on her.
It's a good look.
Bananas.
I would like to.
I also like Rocket's line about, oh, what are you gonna do? Get another haircut?
Yeah, that was good.
Keep going back to that pocket here. Then they said it's kind of sad that when he does, he knows in the Infinity War that Thanos is about to kill Tony. And he tells him, "I hope they remember you." And Strange gives up the stone because he knows that's the only way. But that Strange stops it because he knows, I have to stop him from killing you now so that you can sacrifice
kill yourself
in
later.
5 years
Yeah.
to save us all. Morbid.
What did you guys think about
Tough choice.
I'll preface this by saying I enjoyed this decision.
Tilda Swinton? Loved it.
No. No.
That was a big reshoot, apparently.
Turning
Yeah, I have
Thanos
theory
into
about that.
just a regular comic book villain at the end, where it's like it was never personal, and then they literally like bullied him to the point where he was like, "I'm gonna fucking enjoy wiping you out."
Right, but I think that's because, like they said before, it's 3 or 4 years earlier, so he's not as set in his resolve about the whole "I'm just doing the world a favor." He's still a little more bloodlusty at that point.
I like it because they have to fuck him up, and they made
him nervous.
They did such a good job of making him like a likable bad guy that you're like, you might not feel great about what they have to do to him, but then they fucking like he snaps into fucking like villain mode, and I'm like, okay, I like it. Now I'm fucking buckled in.
I did like that, but I also probably would have liked it more if he had just not been in the movie again. If the rest of the movie would just have been them
but
fixing it.
They needed a villain. I mean, they wanted to fix it, but they gotta have a villain.
Thing though, they didn't. They should have taken more risks.
Yeah, but how unsatisfying. I mean, if they would have done all this time heist and then came back and Hulk just went, and then it's all of a sudden, oh, everyone's back, cool, credits.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. The reason why I don't want to see it again until it comes out, because first of all, it is too long.
Yeah.
Second of all, like I was so like exhausted with it that if it had cut to black when he said Avengers Assemble and that was the end, I would have been happy. I didn't need to see a fight.
For your bladder's sake, at least.
Yeah, for my physical being.
Yeah.
If it had cut to black when he said Avengers Assemble, I would have been like, "Oh, thank God!"
I'm gonna disagree a little bit
because the fight with Thanos was fine, but when everyone was fighting, I could give two shits. Like I haven't seen half the movies.
Ant-Man punching the Leviathan out of the scar. That was fucking badass.
I don't know.
That moment needed to happen. I understand it needed to happen. The culmination of the last 10 years.
And then Jon Snow rides a dragon. It's fucking great.
The portal's opening was cool. And
on your left was choked you up a little bit.
No, I don't. It didn't choke me up.
What?
I don't like Falcon at all. I'm not a Falcon fan. So
racist!
Abby and I have this long-running joke. Whenever he talks, I just go, oh, good, Falcon's here. And of course, he was the first one.
Well, it's because he's got the
Captain America. I think my thing is, too, I was okay with it just being an original Avengers movie. Like, if they had just, the four of them or whatever, had just defeated Thanos on their own, I think I would have found that more satisfying than having all... Because I know it's supposed to be
but a lot of people wouldn't.
It's supposed to be like a passing off the torch kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But they're just so much more interesting. And that's probably because they've had more movies to be interesting.
And I love
more movies that you haven't seen. Ant-Man's pretty fucking interesting. Black Panther's
fucking awesome. Ant-Man was a part of it, though.
But he's not an original Avenger. But
he was fine.
But Black Panther's fucking awesome.
I'm sure.
I need to see that.
Spider-Man.
I disagree with you a tiny bit. The movie was very long. I don't know if
runtime one it was, but I didn't feel long to me at all. Both times it was like it felt like an hour and a half.
I remember it feeling like a pretty quick sit for me.
And I never had bathroom issues at all either time.
I peed halfway through, and by the end, my bladder was messed up. I had to go pee again.
Yeah,
I mean, I shit 3 times in the theater, but I didn't pee.
You saw it at Target?
Everything, everything leading up to the final battle felt fast, and once the fight actually started happening, I was sort of looking at my clock the whole time.
And the final battle was only like 15 minutes.
I know, and it was too much.
Sounds like you just don't like action scenes.
If they were in theaters right now, and they just they were just showing the last half an hour of that movie, I'd be so stoked to see it. I just didn't sit through the first 2.5 hours.
It was kind of like,
not that I didn't love it.
Yeah,
too long.
I don't know.
I like long movies. My favorite movie of all time is Heat, which is a 3-hour movie that no matter how you slice it, feels like a 3-hour movie.
I slice and dice.
You know what?
It's
You know
a-
what? Heat
I
doesn't
smell the
have
inside of
at
somebody's
the end of it?
ass right
What?
now.
An unnecessary giant
I'm
fight.
looking at you.
That's true. It has a very
Sorry.
Very tense.
Oh, that is a skunk's ass. Oh my God.
Sorry, something died inside of me.
You were. Is it because I said Target?
I bet you can check tape and we'll be able to hear it. 'Cause
You woke the demons
It was
in me.
thunderstruck.
Oh God!
Apologies,
That is
everybody at home who
weird.
can't smell it.
Viewers,
Well, I can smell
listeners
the
at home.
texture.
No, sorry. I know it smells. Sorry.
Okay, but I do
sorry.
resent you saying I don't like action scenes. I resent that.
That was a joke. But,
I resent that.
but I mean, you know what? I really could have. But the biggest action scene of the action movie? Yeah,
It's kinda
don't
like,
know
I
action
I
scene.
think
You're entitled to your entitled to your opinion.
I sort of feel it was a bit cluttered for me. Like I know that was the point.
Well, it was a
I
little bit
absolutely
congested.
like.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that frustrates me isn't that they did it; it's that they had to do it.
But they
like-
had to, though.
Like I was talking with a friend, and basically we both agreed that like
I
it was
have friends.
it was like it was the best possible way you could do a movie that felt like everything was a studio or a contract thing. Like everything that
Like
was
it was
in
sort
it
of designed by
had to be
committee.
in it, but it was the best possible way they could have done it.
Yeah.
And it might have been. I don't even know if how many people, other than the smaller people, would say demanding to be in it.
Yeah.
I just think they know if they would have got too much shit from people, if they would have.
Well, that's what I mean. Like the studio was like, okay, we gotta
Well,
have
even
this,
that,
we gotta have that.
even just
Like,
from people in the world would have been if they didn't at the end have a big battle with all of them.
yeah, and everything on either side of that battle, and not even the battle was bad. It's just that I was sort of exhausted when it happened.
Hey, you
It
can
might,
be-
it
Blair, you
might
can be
hit you
exhausted.
differently when you see it at home. Where you
Yeah,
can,
that's what I'm saying. Like, if I have like the ability to pause it to go to the bathroom and like kind
If
of
I
stretch
can
my
watch
legs.
the movie with no pants on,
Yes,
Again, I did that in the
Pause it.
theater.
but
I
like
don't know what
for
your
real
issue
though,
is.
for real, like the last shot with Captain America, it got me.
oh yeah,
I thought that was perfect.
oh yeah,
I thought that was fucking
It was really
perfect.
good.
it got me too.
I love, and that was
Because
just top that. I
he's
love
my
that.
boy.
I love that before he even goes back into the quantum realm to do it, and they're like, and Falcon's at Mark's favorite character is asking Hulk.
I don't like Falcon because he's just a yes man. Like that could be his name.
Yeah, yes, man.
Yeah, Captain
Captain
America
America,
was
yes, man.
Captain
We already
America was like
had
that.
a Yes Man origin story, and Jim Carrey was better. That's what I'm gonna say.
Captain America was kind of a yes man, and
That's
through the
true.
first
No,
half of the
he-
movies. Then he evolved, but up until like the end of Winter Soldier, he was
Falcon
kind of a yes
is there to be Captain America's yes man.
man. So
I also kind of
I
wish
wish one of you guys would be my yes man.
I don't hate Falcon, but
Cool, very good.
I kind of wish that they gave him a better character to work with because I love.
he becomes Captain America in the comics. So
Yeah. Oh, I'm hoping that he becomes more interesting as Captain America because that's like my one thing. It's like
It kind
it
of
feels
has
like
to, right?
it feels like you're wasting an actor that good, like
Yeah.
with a character who doesn't really need to have much
right.
gravitas.
Yeah, but as I was saying, I love before he goes on and asks Hulk, how long he gone? He's like, as long as he needs, but it'll be 5 seconds for us. And he's saying goodbye to Falcon, and Falcon's like, I'll see you in 5 seconds or whatever. And he says, he goes, and then he comes to Bucky, and Bucky's just says like, I'll see you, and then I don't remember what Cap says to him, like, yeah, you'll see me in 5 seconds or whatever, and he's just like, nah. I don't remember exactly what he says, but he knows. He already knows.
He knows that
he
he's
knows
not,
what he's
yeah.
doing. He knows he's not. He doesn't know that for sure. He's coming back. As old, but he's like. He goes, I know he's not coming back.
No.
He knows, and that for like as soon as after the they try a couple times, he kind of looks over and he's not surprised at all. And he sees the old old man, and I like that that they know each other so well that before he even went in there, he knew.
Yeah.
He ain't
That
coming
was like that whole sequence.
He's gonna
was
get.
so
he's gonna
fucking
get
good.
one of those lives that Tony kept telling him.
And that goddamn old man makeup was flawless.
Right.
It was really good.
And that apparently the old man voice, Peter, they didn't have to do any filtering on that. It was just Chris Evans pulls out old
It
man
was so
voice.
good that I thought it was a different actor for a second.
Yeah.
Like for a second, I was
And
like,
apparently
what
they
the-
didn't use
oh
any
my
digital
God.
effects. Apparently it was all makeup
That's
Oh,
nuts.
they've done a great job with making actors look younger.
with computer, but apparently there's no computers. This is all makeup. I heard.
They did a great job.
I did love when he sees the ring and he says, "You want to tell me about that?" And
Yeah, I don't think I will.
no, I don't think I will. And apparently that song they were dancing to at the end was a song they danced to. I don't remember the song, but they danced to in
the first one.
In the first one, the same song.
That's the song that's playing in Winter Soldier when Nick Fury goes to his apartment after it's been compromised. That's what's playing on his. That's like his favorite song.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a pretty dope song.
Captain America, man, fucking
makes him hard.
He's the tits.
Yeah, Cap is my favorite. He's my boy.
He's kind of everyone. I know a lot of people hate him, especially at first, because he's kind of the Boy Scouty, but he might be the best.
But I think
overall he's the best franchise of the individual franchises. I mean, he's got no hiccups at all.
No, they're all fucking
every one of the Captain
amazing.
America movies is great.
Where Thor's got a second movie hiccup, and so does Iron Man got a second movie hiccup.
I think Winter Soldier is considered one of the best.
Oh yeah. And so is Civil War.
And so is Civil War, yeah.
And the first one's fucking good too.
Winter Soldier isn't just a good superhero movie; it's a fucking good like espionage movie.
Yeah.
It's a good action movie.
Yeah.
It's dope.
And apparently in the Falcon Winter Soldier Disney Plus show, apparently
Disney Plus.
Daniel Bruhl's Ivan Zima or whatever from Civil War, the bad guy.
Yeah.
Apparently he's gonna be back in there.
Oh really?
Because they didn't, Black Panther just caught him and turned him in.
All right.
But man, that shot at the end, the funeral, the one shot going between all the groups.
Literally the only one we were like, was that the kid from Iron Man 3? Because neither of us
I knew
knew
it right away.
neither
I
of
mean,
us
I was not
seen
right
Iron
away,
Man
but I
3.
saw him. I was like, oh, who is it?
I was like thinking about Tony Stark.
I was like, that's the only person I could think it had to be, and then I
Yeah.
found out I was right.
If only Sam Rockwell.
I know. That's the one. That's the one big misstep in the MCU is they need to get. I know they've referenced Hammer Industries a couple times in other movies, but they need to get Rockwell back in there.
Because Rockwell is all the problems I have with Iron Man 2. Rockwell is not one of them.
No.
Neither is Downey. It's just the
No,
script.
that's why I'm saying Iron Man 2 is a good comedy. This is not a good superhero movie.
Mickey Rourke is pretty bad in it.
Yeah. Mickey Rourke is not.
He's Mickey Rourke. He's Mickey Rourke.
I think the wrestler was all he had in him for his comeback. I'm pretty sure his comeback is.
As soon as he finished Rogue Warrior, he's like, that was it. That was all I could
That was
do.
all of my gravitas, guys.
We watched
Wrap my balls around your mouth.
Parents' house. I remember that.
That's fucking deli slicer.
You're on the verge of tears, if not crying, at the end of that movie, and it just ends. What do I do now?
Darren Aronofsky's just gonna make you happy? Yeah. Fucking. At least he didn't have the wrestler going ass to ass. And now we're in an ass to ass match. I don't remember the wrestler's name, but
What the fuck is Jennifer Connelly doing here?
Jennifer Connelly and Mickey Rourke ass to ass.
Double dog.
With fucking just guys throwing dollar
Don't
bills.
forget Keith David too.
Or David Keith.
Or David Carradine. He's into some weird stuff. We're just in close to a decade.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Did you know that he killed himself? He died while masturbating via autoerotic asphyxiation.
That's called living the dream.
Yeah.
It's called Die in the Dream.
Die in the dream.
But yeah,
He really
him and Michael
lived it in excess.
Yeah, him and Michael Hutchins from InXS are really one of the only two people in history who died doing what they love.
It's true.
No one can really say that.
That is true.
They die doing what they love because most people don't love having a heart attack or love drowning or love getting hit by
You're not having the right kind of heart attack.
That is very.
Sorry, man.
You're obviously not masturbating while you're having a heart attack. Yeah. I guess that's a good way of looking at it. That's a good way of looking at it.
Well, we're getting pretty long on the tooth here, boys. You guys have any final
I'm going to try and look into
thoughts?
this. I found something quick. I'm not going to bring it up now. But I'm going to try and read this about UFOs in Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, it said it was as big as the Roswell incident.
That's cool. I found
close encounters of the Wisconsin
a little rabbit hole that I fell down of medieval serial killers that I want to talk about, which is pretty cool. I think
Joan of Arc.
We'll get that prepped for next time. I think that'll be a good subject.
I have some thoughts about Thanos that I never got in. But
hey, get your thoughts on Thanos.
Get your thoughts on Thanos. Come on.
Fucking love him.
You were talking about the difference between 2014 Thanos and
2018.
2018 Thanos. When he's a different guy because once he gets 2 Infinity Stones at the beginning of Infinity War, like he takes his armor off because like it's done. Like no one's a threat to him anymore.
Right.
He's the most powerful guy. Once he has 2 of them,
Yeah.
so he's like more on a spiritual journey than like a conquering thing anymore. But
Right.
at the end of Endgame, he's still trying to be a conqueror.
He never takes his armor off until it gets destroyed off by.
Yeah. Well, that whole like gray area that you were talking about, Blair, with him and Captain America. It's like I don't know enough about him. I just know like vanilla Thanos is super strong and super smart.
Yeah.
I bumped the table. That was
Oh,
God, I'm so
how's
sorry.
it feel? to be
Bump on the table,
bumper?
Jennifer Nettles.
feels so bad. Till I hit my knee.
But it was cool to see him like get backed into a corner and what he
Yeah.
did. Like he told him to fire.
And
on his own
I did
people.
like that he was in both Infinity War and Endgame. There's never a moment he's really scared until when the portals open and everybody, including all the Wakandan army, comes out, and then he just kind of takes that step back, like, oh fuck,
Shit.
Oh, fuck.
Well,
and at this point, I got no stones.
it helps me, like in my understanding of it, it helps me to think of them as 2 different characters.
Yeah.
Thanos that I really liked in Infinity War gets killed at the beginning of this movie, and then we get like the other like the Thanos that you heard about.
The villain's villain.
Yeah, it's like the Thanos that they were setting up throughout all the movies. Like whenever you see like a little glimpse of Thanos at the end of a movie,
Yeah.
that's like what we saw at the end of
I'm coming for
Endgame.
you. I'm gonna get you.
yeah, like just a big scary purple monster.
That's who he was.
That's who he was. And then like everyone was so like it was super surprising in Infinity War when he was like really nuanced and
That's what made that movie so great.
yeah, it was
Like he had the most screen time of any.
it was like a
characters.
Thanos movie.
Oh, it was a Thanos movie.
Yeah.
Fucking. And then look, the funny joke when the opening of Guardians, they show it again and it cuts away from the actual music and you just hear him singing, and then Rhodey, is he an idiot?
What is he?
And then Karen Gillan's perfect, just
Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
yes. Infinity War, hashtag spoiler alert.
Apparently, we had a lot more to say about this.
Hashtag Blair doesn't
Yeah.
like 3 hours.
I think so.
You guys are getting pretty heated. I want to let you say your piece. But
Oh, you know what? You know what 3-hour movie I do really love? King Kong.
I do love Peter Jackson's King Kong.
I mean, it's good. It's not
we
not as good as
didn't-
Endgame.
We didn't even get
but
to talk about fucking Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
I haven't seen it yet.
No spoilers.
Godzilla
But I will
is
say,
I'm super excited.
Perfect schlock.
yes.
Oh yeah.
It is the schlockiest piece
That's
of
what it looks like.
schlock that's ever
I've
schlocked.
heard that people don't get that. About
And I
it.
fucking loved
And it's
every second
so
of it.
good.
It's glorious. It's really good. Like, but again, you have to go into it thinking
There are
like,
scenes
it's
where
a
if, like,
big
someone-
budget B movie.
If someone described it to you, you'd go, "What?"
yeah.
But when
Like,
you see
that's
it, you're like,
fucking
"Yes!"
Seems like some people don't. I haven't seen the movie. It seems like some
Yeah.
people don't realize that Godzilla is the protagonist and not the other people around
Right.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that accurate?
Yeah, it's a really, really, really fun
It's
movie.
so fun.
And
yeah.
I'm excited. I want to see it, and I'm a big Michael Dougherty fan.
Yeah.
Trick or Treat.
Do they set it up
Yes.
to be in the same universe as Kong?
Yes.
Well, that's the next one. They're already like I think
That's
they're
what I've heard.
already filming that one because
Yeah.
that's why they set up the end of Kong Skull Island.
There,
The credits
there
about it.
is.
If you like schlocky action movies, fucking
We didn't
like
see
the
it.
tone of the movie, I would say, is what Michael Bay wanted Transformers to be.
Okay.
Like it's like it takes everything perfectly seriously.
Right.
Like
To the
everything
point where
is played totally straight and it's perfect.
I need to see
vegan.
that then.
Yeah.
Yes, do
I like
see
to
it.
rent movies like that. I don't know if
There is.
See, I want to see it in
There
theaters.
is
saw it in
after the
matinee.
credits.
I like to rent movies like John
Yeah,
Wick.
you should see it in theaters just
Watch
for the
it home.
spectacle.
Yeah, the sound design.
Right.
There are
I wanna
some,
see it in
yeah,
theaters.
the sound design, and there are some some money shots just throughout the movie.
Whoa, it's that kind of theater?
Yeah, yeah.
everyone's wearing.
It's a Pee
trench
Wee
coat.
Herman theater.
There are shots where you're just kind of like, oh yeah. That's what I was here for.
Oh, when you think about those shots, you touch yourself?
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, Godzilla gets the stamp of approval. As long as you go, like, I don't know who these people are going to a fucking monster movie thinking it's going to be fucking art house.
Dumb, but I mean, then again, the last Godzilla was a little more serious. I liked it, but it was on a little more serious.
Yes,
like,
it was,
played it serious, played it straight.
Yeah.
So if people were thinking it was going to be in that same line, but the trailers didn't indicate that at all.
This one plays it straight the same way, but it plays it straight the same way, but the situations that are happening are so much more extreme, so much more crazy,
interesting,
and yeah.
Well, the trailers implied that. I mean, if you see any of the trailers,
no, exactly. If you look at the trailer and you're like, that looks like.
I mean, they barely show any of the humans except for fucking Charles Dance and Let Them Fight.
Yeah.
There are,
and that's all the monsters in the trailers.
There's honestly still a lot of human stuff, but they do such a better job of interspersing it. And it's not just like where you sit there and you're like, just give me the goddamn Godzilla fighting. And it happens at the end.
It helps that in this one, the other monsters are actually like established monsters.
Yeah, they're monsters you want to see.
It's not randos, like random spiders.
Although I heard they did make up like 3 or 4 ones that were made up, but I'm
sure they did. But the ones that get the most screen time are all classic Godzilla monsters.
You got your Mothras, you got your Rodans,
but here's
your Ghidorah.
There's one of them, big one that apparently is not in Toho license that they couldn't get. I can't remember the name of it. There's one of the bigger
Jet Jaguar.
I don't remember. It's not in it because like they can. It's not a Toho license, I guess.
Okay, I
can't remember which one. It's none of those. It's not.
Oh, was it Gamera? Maybe
Gamera.
Oh, yeah, the turtle.
They showed
Gamera's couldn't get it because he's not a Toho license.
There's like one shot where you're like, that could have been Gamera,
and they might have done that as a little
They clearly did it as like a okay guys, okay. But
just kidding. It's just a plus.
And they also show some of them, but they don't give you their name or like show like you just see them like on screens and stuff.
All right, and then those are the ones they make.
One of them is like
the spider one.
One of them looks like King Kong, but with giant tusks.
Giant.
Yeah, I heard like something. I heard there's like a mammoth thing and like a spider one.
That one's cool.
There's a spider one. Yeah,
but then Sam for Trick or Treat shows up in giant form.
Movie is super.
What I want
is there
for the next one is you're gonna have Godzilla and King Kong, who are probably inevitably gonna team up against something worse.
Something.
But I also want Bryan Cranston wasn't actually dead, and he's actually Jet Jaguar.
That they could do it.
They could do it,
and they would play it so straight.
They would play it so straight. And since it's Bryan Cranston, he would knock it out of the goddamn park.
Yeah.
And
I would poop. I don't know who's doing Kong versus Godzilla.
I don't know either.
I don't think it's Michael Dougherty because I think, like I said, I think they're already close to filming it.
Who did Skull Island?
I don't know the name.
Are they doing a sequel to Krampus?
I don't know if they are or not.
Because he did Krampus, right?
Did Krampus and Trick or Treat, and he's been teasing it. He's been teasing a Trick or Treat too for like 10 years.
I liked Krampus a lot.
And he wrote X-Men and he wrote X-Men 1 and X2.
Oh,
really?
Nice.
And he was a writer on Days of Future Past as well.
So he's worked
Days
on
of Future Past as well.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, so yeah, those are our last minute movie endorsements.
I have another one to ask you guys about. I'll save it till next time.
You sure?
Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not following that.
Yeah.
Either stop that. Either stop it right now. Cut this off.
I just didn't get any ASMR in the second half. Everyone does it.
I know, and the second half was so much better. Crazy.
What? Because you didn't call me a K word?
I said.
Was that second half? I can't remember.
I said tight.
No, do check the tape and don't you edit that shit, motherfucker.
Every time he brings that up, you're just gonna edit in you not saying it.
Or it'd be kind of funny if I listen to it and it's going and right where it's did it, there's a clear edit of a way higher volume. Tight.
Yeah.
Tight.
That actually be better.
I
kind of want to hear his movie thing now, though. I kind of want to hear his movie thing. You're probably going to forget it before we record again in 4 months.
Let's hear your movie thing.
Terminator 6 Dark Fate. Have you
that looks cool.
I don't. That trailer did nothing for me.
Oh, I got so hyped up.
Fucking nice tits.
Hamilton.
I'm excited for Hamilton to be back, and I hope it's really good. And this doesn't say it's not going to be, but that trailer.
James Cameron's back too.
Well,
I think
on very limited.
Yeah,
but
I'm stoked for that. I think it looks awesome. I'm right there with you.
The last movie was poopy, but I'll see every.
I didn't see didn't
the
see
last one.
Genesis.
I didn't see Genesis either. I like Salvation.
Salvation, I like.
Genesis, yeah.
I haven't seen 3, but I've seen the first 2, and I've seen Salvation.
Terminator
I liked all of them.
3 is
Not terrible.
Terminator 3.
Yeah, Chris Hardwick is a scientist.
If you love Arnold, you should see it. If you love the Terminator franchise,
Yeah.
Right.
What if you love the rise of machines?
Fucking love it. Philip K. Dick.
so Terminator 3 is it kind of fills in the gap of Skynet, like kind of coming to fruition, like how they talk about in the first 2.
But you don't need to know any of these because this is a direct sequel to 2.
Yeah.
And apparently they're saying it's apparently, even though she looks a lot older, which because it's been a while, apparently it's supposed to be only like a year or 2 after T2.
Oh, the last Genesis fucks up the whole timeline.
Well, they're skipping that. They're doing like the Halloween, but this apparently Dark Fate's supposed to take place like a year or 2 after T2. But Sarah Connor's like,
she still looks good.
but Sarah, she looks good, but she's like 40
But it's
years
with,
old.
it's with 2014 Warlord Sarah Connor.
Genesis
So.
is not a reboot, though.
No.
It's not
Yeah.
a reboot.
No, I'm saying they're
It's
ignoring
Warrior
all those,
Sarah
though.
Connor,
I'm
okay?
saying
It's
with
not-
this one.
It's not ignored. It's fucked
I'm-
with. I don't know how else you would explain.
No, I'm saying 6 is supposed to just ignore all the other sequels after 2.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be like 2 years after T2, and it's ignoring all the...
I
Because
don't-
Cameron didn't have anything to do with those. It's ignoring those...
I think
they
that
don't
has to
exist.
be. I hope that that's wrong because they
I
still
heard, yeah.
they still have Arnold
Yeah.
old.
Yeah, but
in it.
there's some theory of he's the actual human that was the look was based on.
If you've seen Genesis,
That's theory I heard. I don't know.
then the age of Arnold could matter or it could not matter.
Right.
Yeah, and I hope the movie's really good. Just the trailer did
Sounds
nothing
like a
for me.
mess.
Because they talk about how like
Just like the Rise of Skywalker.
he's
trailer
a
did
fucking
nothing for
robot, but the skin that they put over him ages.
Yeah.
No one's
still.
ever really gone.
No one's ever really
me.
done.
I just fucking hate that they're bringing the Emperor back. Fuck. I hope. It's like just fucking move on.
All right, we are
That might
officially gone over.
Yeah, okay.
We're gonna talk to all you lovely people next time. We'll catch you on the flippy floppy. Nothing but love for you.